Hello everyone, this is Evie and welcome back to Turquesa Dot. I am back to share my second pocket letter. And I am still not super used to creating pocket letters. I don't know if I'll ever get used to creating pocket letters, but I did want to share a pocket letter with a friend who's been extra kind and I loved meeting. So we decided to exchange pocket letters and I decided to create my second one for her. So our theme was Gorjuss girl stamps. And I had not worked with mine for a little while, so I wanted to work with my Gorjuss girl stamps. Color in again because I haven't been coloring the stamps lately, so I wanted to do that again. And use up some of the things that I've had in my stash and I've been wanting to use. So this was the perfect excuse for that, using special things to share with a special friend. She's been super sweet and amazing and I wanted to share something special with her. So these are the different pockets that I created with this Prima Lyric paper pad. And this one I left as is because I have something in the back, but I loved all the patterns on it, so I didn't add anything to these two. They look more than designed enough, so I left them like that. But this center one I created using one of the Gorjuss Girl stamps, and I'll share at the end the stamps that I use. I'm not gonna take the time to do it right now because I know all you want to do is look at these inserts. So this is the first one that I really worked on, and I added a little Martha Stewart paper doily section to the top, some little pearl drops as little raindrops, and I colored and fussy cut my image using the Copic markers, so you can see her there. And I used dimensional foam tape to bring her up and make her pop out from the background. So that's the beautiful Gorjuss girl, and I cut her to come from the bottom up so she would fit nicely in the page. Then the next one is this one down here. I love her. Another Martha Stewart doily, the little tiny ones. And then I color her also with my Copic markers. Fussy cut her, and I add a little Julie from the a little doily from Julie the Paperback Lady, a little tiny piece with a metal rose in the center, and she's also glued on with dimensional tape. And then in the center I have my a note, so I have a little banner here that says a note and some bling, and then some Prima trim at the bottom and my card. And then when you lift this one up, well, not up, but when you take it out, and you turn it around, I used one of the bordered Martha Stewart punches, but I took everything else out and just left this little tiny piece. And then I added another piece of the doily back here and another piece of the paper. And when you open it up, you find a little letter inside. I glued these two flaps with a washi tape just to give it a different look. And then she'll find the letter in there. So that's my little insert with the note. There's also lace trim at the bottom of the little banner. Then I worked on this other one using another one of the Gorjuss girls. She's also fussy cut and painted with Copic markers, and then I added a little liquid pearl heart to her dress. And I used another piece of the doily and a little metal embellishment with a little drop inside in the center. I also cut the bottom of the books that are on the stamps, and I moved them to arrange them to the side. So she's pop dotted, and then these are flat on the background. And then let's go to this one. This one here is another gorgeous girl with little pieces of the paper. There's one coming up, one on the background, one up here, and then she's fussy cut and colored in and pop dotted there so that she's next to the little birdie that's on the paper. And then I added a little, I think it's a Recollections flower, crochet flower, and a little pearl center in the shape of a heart. And then this one has another one of the doilies, another two little scraps of the paper and the Prima trim. And then I colored her, fussy colored her, and glued her on top of that trim. So she's sitting on that edge. And then the last one here is another one of the girls. I eliminate everything else, cut the bottom, and have her coming in from the bottom. I glued a little ticket to add dimension behind her. And there's another one of the doilies. And a little piece of a trim. It's a plastic flower, but it's a trim, and I just cut that little piece out. That's something that a friend shared with me. And then I just added some washi tape to the edge to give it that final finish. Added the little tag here on the side saying it's from me, and it's my second pocket letter, and it's from Puerto Rico. And I decided to do, I don't know if anyone's done it before, but I remember Olga saying that when she had them in her binder, they were, when we put things on this side, they were tangling and getting caught. So I decided to try something new, and what I did was I added this little tab to the side, and this is actually one of the tabs that Olga had made for me, cutting out with the Stampin' Up tab punch. She cut out a whole bunch of them because I couldn't find that punch, and she had it, so she offered to cut some for me, and I used some of the neutrals that she had sent me. I stamped on it with black ink, and then I folded it and I glued it to the edge, and then I did a little hole perforation to the side, and that's how I'm dangling my charm, and how I added my little bow here. So you can see it's in the front and in the back. And now that little dangle hangs from the side, so when you look at your final binder with all of them inside, she'll have this little tab marking it. She'll have my little tag saying that it was my second one and who it was from, and I also added the date on the back. And then I added my little charm. So I have this little Prima birdie, this other bird cage, and a little dragonfly, and my chain. Very simple, but it's just a little delicate touch to the side to finish it off, and trying to deal with what might be an issue with the charms hanging from the inside, which is where you put them in the binders. So I hope this little idea helps you out. I hope you liked it. And then I worked on all of the back. So see, you have, well, most of the things are hidden inside, because I have this little Mayer Road tiny baggie. I put some things inside with this washi tape and a little butterfly. That's the back of my note. I made a little banner here that says Prima, and I added some trim, some little rosettes, some tickets that are just a fun little thing, and some pieces of lace that I inserted into little pockets that I created with a punch that a friend had shared with me a little while back. And then for the back of these, I used scraps of the paper. I also used pieces of an old book that I have, and I just stained the back of it with distress stains in a combination of this Adirondack shell pink. So that's how I created the background for all of those. And this is a little pocket. I inserted things inside of that pocket. So some things will be surprised. I hope you're not watching. So you get it as a surprise, the whole thing. But I'm gonna pack it up. I love how it turned out. So I hope some of these will help you out with some ideas for the pocket letters that all of you are creating, or a lot of you are creating. And I hope my friend loves it, because I made it with a lot of love. So thanks for stopping by, and take care everyone. Besitos, and thanks so much for your visits. Bye bye.